Hello, this is Camaxide, back with another video. And it says, as the demon tree explodes, every single demon plunges lifeless to the ground. As the echoing sound of the explosion dies out, you realize it's finally over. With both Earth and Mars ridden of the hellspawns, it's time to go home and rebuild. You turn around and start on the long trek back out of this hellhole. This is a level that will showcase all the levels that you have been through. So it loads in basically all the graphics from the mod, at least the parts that is going to be shown. So this is the final boss room that we just completed. So it will showcase some of the nicer areas in the mod. This is where we got the green skull. And this is the cathedral. And the lava pit. Then we're back to map 12, Armory. And all of these sequences are matched and time synced with the music. And this is map 11, Mars Nuke Facility. And this will only show the maps that you have visited. So if you haven't found like map 10 like this, then this will also not be showcased when you complete the game. So this is map 10, UAC Mansion or Lost Island. That was a cabin with a small labyrinth. And now we are flying from the ocean across the bridge. And these are the wicked caves. And then the big labyrinth outside of the mansion. And here are the docks. The dance hall. And the main hall. And this is map 9, Mars Teleportation Center. And this is the secret exit leading to map 10. Storage room. And then the big teleport that clones. And then you're in the substation. And now we are on map 8, Mars landing site. This is down in the aquarium. And then the metal room, one of my favorites. This is the lobby area. And then we are flying off. And this is map 7, Orbital Station. It's a very small map, so there's only 2 scenes here. Map 6, Launch Center. And this is the final battle room. And this is the Green Haze room that I call it, where you meet Epilogue for the first time. And this is the takeoff ramp. And then the storage room. And then we're in jail. This is old jail, where you meet the Hectopus for the first time if you find this secret level. And this is the spider cave. And then we are outside the new jail. And this is map 4, power plant. The outdoor area at the end of the level. And here we are by the water that we needed to activate for the water pump. And this is map 3, teleportation lab, out in the marble fortress. And this is the teleportation room. And this is Commander HQ. This is the blue room. And then finally we fly into the lobby. And then you will recognize this as the first level we played, Hell, which is part of the prologue. Now we're going into the door that we couldn't go into previously. Bronze champion we get for completing a normal game. Legends never die we get now because we completed the game without dying. And because we completed the game with Doomgal we get her badge. And we get the Bring 'em On because we completed it on Bring 'em On difficulty. And we cannot go in here, but here we can see our stats. Let's start out with the map specific stats. We can see for every single map how many kills, items and secrets we got. That's all right. We were a little short on map 9. And then for the totals. And then we can go in here. And these shells will show which plushes and which cybers you have found this playthrough. And if you find them all, you get this. And here you can see which achievements, masteries you have gotten. So we got a cyber killer for taking out all the cyber dolls. And we found also all Doom Gaia plushes. And we got David versus Goliath for killing the 2 cyber demons on map 9. And Bronze Champion for completing a full normal playthrough. And we got the Flamethrower Mastery for killing 15 monsters in 30 seconds. and Pyro Cannon Mastery for killing 40 monsters in 30 seconds. And then you can go to each of the levels and you can click on these pictures to toggle between different ones. And you can see the 2 drawings you found, if you have found them. So you will see that on map 9 here and 10 here, I did not find both the drawings. And then you can only look at the drawing that you found. So some of the maps has many pictures to look at. And then, if you found the music key on map 10, you can go in here. And in this room, you see all the albums that you have found in your playthrough. And you can click on them to play the songs. And these 2 albums is by Sonic Clang. You can also turn off the lights. And the Doom 3 Classics also has many songs by Sonic Clang. And you will notice that the music plays from the speakers and it's stereo, so the 2 speakers play different channels. And some of the albums has several tracks. So for instance, the Doom 3 Classic album, more of the tracks are used in Doom 3, and then you can click several times to toggle between the different tracks. And then it's Delta Q Delta, which also has several songs. Like this one, which is the song that plays on the very first level. And if you pick a song and you go out, then that will become the song that is played while you are running around looking at your stats. And then you have Full Contact 2, Annihilation. And there is also a Full Contact 1 album that can be found. And this is Two Steps from Hell, Halloween album, where you have the boss music. And then finally the Ashley Carr Doom Remix album. And finally there are 2 guitars here. And this is a guitar solo by Dimebag Darrell. And this is the same guitar solo that plays on map 10 when you click on his grave. And then this is a friend of mine playing. And over here you can also see that if you have found all the cybers, you get this and this for the plushes, if you have found them. And then we can go to the end. And here you have to press twice. And in the end here you will get a score sheet. So the laughing skull up on the left corner will appear if you complete the game without dying a single time. And if you die, it will show in the number next to the skull how many times you have died. And then you see which mode you've been playing on, what skill, PDA and reloads, and which character you choose to play, what mode, skill, saves and reload you have, as well as how many kills, items, secrets, cybers, plushes, drawings and secret maps and your time you have. Combined, that will give your grade and score. So if you play on an average or normal difficulty and you play as Doom Guy or Doom Gal with everything normal and normal saves, if you get 100% on everything, then you will get a score of 100. But if you play, for instance, as Doomslayer, then your maximum possible score will be a little lower, because if you pick up a character that has more than 100 health, you will get subtracted some on the score. Likewise, if you choose one of the characters that starts with less health, like Doombaby for instance, then you will get a bonus to your score. And grades are going from F to A, and then you have S and P. And the scores is also what will be shown on these pentagrams. So if you have a 100 score, you will get all 5 pentagrams. And then you will see, whenever you finish a new playthrough, you will see if you have gotten a new best on the right hand side there. And the face will also change depending on the grade you get. So if you get a really bad grade, you will have a face with nose blood and so on. And you have to double tap again to finish this as well. And when you complete the game in normal mode, you unlock New Game Plus. And then for the end credits. And as you can see, there are many tracks for Doom 3. Thanks for being allowed to use all of these. And then there's a lot of artwork as well, many names. And these are things like textures, sprites, all the graphics for monsters, weapons, items. A lot I have made myself, but the majority is from people who has uploaded their creations on Realm 667, which is a very nice place which you can visit if you are a Doom modder or want to make your own levels. And there you can find and download free to use monsters, weapons, items, power-ups, all sorts of things that is great for your mod. And then you can just tweak and change them to fit into whatever you want to have. And then all the level design is by me. And there's 5 playtesters here, with Eirik being the one who has done the heaviest lifting. He's been playtesting for years. A lot of programs used. And some special thanks. And I would like to give an extra shout out to Agent Ash, who made the majority of the advanced features in the mod possible through helping me with the set scripting. And then in the end here we get the monster gallery, just like Doom 2 has in the end, where we get to see all the monsters in the mod. And of course this has been updated with all the monsters in Doom 3 as well. Overlord is a mighty boss. Then the Divine Shadow, which we killed pretty quickly. And then the Blue Divine, which we also took out pretty quickly. So we used the Penta Sphere on both of these. And then the Inferno Demon, taking up the whole screen. And then our hero. And that's it for this video. I will be showing some of the new game plus later. Thanks for watching.